One thing that we clearly have to do a better job of in public K-12 education is human resources, and in particular teachers in the classroom. How many of you can remember a teacher that was influential in your life, who encouraged you to do things you might otherwise not have done, who, looking back, made a difference? Raise your hand if you can remember such a person. I can remember several of those people. And how many of you can remember a really terrible teacher? Okay, well, our shared intuitions fit the emerging data on this topic. There are persistent differences in the effectiveness of teachers in the classroom, and they have demonstrable and powerful effects on the progress of children through the system. The difference between the teachers in the top quartile of effectiveness and the bottom quartile of effectiveness in elementary school, for a child in one of those classrooms, the difference is 1/3 of the gap in this country in racial achievement in just 1 year. So having a good teacher 3 years in a row can move children to a point that's substantially different in terms of their progress through the system, through opportunity. And yet we find that school systems currently have evaluation systems in place that are like Lake Wobegon, as Secretary Duncan said he thought off the record when he was traveling through New York State a year ago, how wonderful it is to live in a country in which every teacher is above average. We have evaluation systems that generally are pass-fail, in which 98% of teachers get a passing grade. We have tenure systems in which teachers are guaranteed employment for life after 2 years. In the Los Angeles public schools, 98% of provisional teachers get tenure. What other industry is so inept at differentiating the kind of performance differences that we all believe intuitively and research indicates are important? So we need to move to meaningful evaluation of teachers in the classroom. That needs to be tied to better professional development. It needs to be tied to tenure decisions. It needs to be tied to differential rewards for teachers who are outstanding so that they will be encouraged to stay in the classroom and do the wonderful work they're doing. There's a movement in this direction in policy circles. There's a lot of pushback. One of the things that we've been focusing on at Brookings is how the evaluation of teachers compares with evaluation of professionals in other fields. And we've surprised a lot of people by pointing out that the correlation of teacher performance from year to year, which is about 0.35 in a simple correlation, seems low. But that's almost exactly the correlation of professional baseball players' batting averages from year to year. And yet we find no challenge in making decisions about which baseball players to continue. If we were a team manager based on their baseball averages, their batting averages, we can make similar decisions about teachers.